Bay Area. This is the Morning Edition.
Good morning. It is Wednesday, May 17th. Right now on KPIX News, new reaction to the decision not to file charges in the deadly shooting in a San Francisco Walgreens. What activists in the Banco Brown case are demanding today.
And San Francisco-based Wells Fargo is facing new calls for action. This is just one day after agreeing to pay $1 billion to settle a lawsuit by shareholders. Now a former San Francisco mayor is making demands. And you may have already seen these popping up on city streets, these sobering ads. How the city hopes this brings attention to our drug crisis and fentanyl fight.
And daytime highs today will be above average in our inland areas, but well below average along our coast. To add to that, we still have that marine layer I'm going to talk more about coming up in your first alert forecast. And a lot of brake lights at the Bay Bridge Toll Plaza. We're starting to see that back up. Plus, we're dealing with some foggy freeways. I'll tell you where.
Happening today, a group of community members are planning on holding a rally in front of San Francisco District Attorney Brooke Jenkins' office, urging the prosecution of the security guard who killed Banco Brown. Now, this comes after Jenkins released the surveillance video of the moment Michael Earl Wayne Anthony fired a single shot and killed Brown. This was following a physical altercation between the both of them. Brown is accused of shoplifting. Jenkins also released other details in the report that includes a transcript of the police interview with the guard. Jenkins urged the public to look at the evidence beyond just the video released.
In this case, we had to decide whether or not we had the sufficient evidence to prove this case to 12 jurors beyond a reasonable doubt. It was our conclusion that we did not have such evidence.
Well, the release of this report has generated reaction and response on both sides, some siding with Jenkins and others urging the DA to prosecute the guard. At today's protest, San Francisco Supervisor Dean Preston is expected to attend, as well as members with groups like the San Francisco NAACP chapter. They're also asking California Attorney General Rob Bonta and the U.S. Department of Justice to intervene and review the case of Banco Brown. Today's rally is set for 10 a.m. Amanda.
All right, we'll keep an eye on that later this morning. Let's look at our other top stories we're following in our newsroom. Former San Francisco Mayor Willie Brown and civil rights attorney Ben Crump, they have filed a complaint against Wells Fargo. They claim the bank discriminated against minorities in home loan practices. So what this complaint states is that Black and other minorities that applied for home loans were intentionally denied or faced unjustifiable delays, specifically during the COVID era. So this is pretty recent. It goes on to say Wells Fargo engaged in a new form of redlining. Brown and Crump will be in San Francisco later this morning with a news conference to support the court action. More trouble for Theranos founder Elizabeth Holmes. She got slapped with a pair of legal blows now. First, an appeals court rejected Holmes' latest bid to remain free while she deals with her fraud conviction. Then, the same judge who sentenced her to 11 years in prison back in November hit her with a $451 million restitution bill. The San Jose judge will now set a new date for her to surrender and start serving her time. So there is a provocative new ad campaign targeting San Francisco in its response to the fentanyl crisis. The slogan, "That's Fentanyl." You're going to see this all over the place now. It's meant to mirror the apathy of shrugging something off by saying, "That's life."
They sit by and do nothing. I mean, nothing.
So that is J.J. Smith, one of the many faces of the fight against drug use and crime in the Tenderloin where he lives. He is helping to spread the "That's Fentanyl Life" message in his neighborhood. Advocacy group Together SF Action launched the campaign with these colorful, inviting designs meant to call attention to this issue.
We view the ad campaign as sort of putting a frame around what's happening and life is going on around the ads. And so when you see it photographed, you see what's actually happening. You see what the real Fentanyl life looks like. So that's why we didn't actually use any images of people or the suffering. The ads are designed to be cheerful and bright to draw contrast to the darkness of what's happening.
It's going to make you look at it, too. The posters and billboards launched in the Tenderloin and Soma call for an end to the city's open-air drug markets. They have already caused some controversy, though. Critics say the ads make light of the drug crisis. Together SF Action told us someone already vandalized one of its brand new posters on 7th Street and Stevenson, not far from the federal building.
While we were installing there, things started to feel a bit unsafe for our team. We witnessed a lot of kind of aggressive behavior starting to tumble up. And so we're not surprised that that location was defaced. I think it's very telling that that corner has become very, very tough for the city to manage.
So most of the space for the ads were donated and they will run through the end of June. This story is really scary. A brazen robbery attempt in Oakland ended with a toddler getting hit by a bullet and a shrapnel. Two men trying to rob the toddler's nanny. It happened yesterday morning in the Trestle Glen neighborhood on Trestle Glen Road near Lakeshore Avenue. Betty Yu talked to a man who heard the shots and rushed to help.
Residents in Oakland's Trestle Glen neighborhood say they're used to dealing with some property crimes here and there, like stolen catalytic converters and break-ins, but not violence like this. An empty stroller in the crime scene and a divot left by a bullet in the sidewalk. Evidence in a brazen armed robbery investigation in Oakland's Trestle Glen neighborhood, a quiet residential community.
I guess the guy aimed at the ground. That's what I heard from the police. I didn't see it. I heard it but didn't see it.
And that looks like where the bullet was fired?
That's what the police said, yes.
Tim Johnson was working in his home office when he heard the gunshot just before 11 a.m. Oakland police say two people approached the victim, reportedly in her early 60s. She was with a 15-month-old toddler. One of the suspects demanded her belongings at gunpoint.
And I heard a woman screaming, and my wife and I ran downstairs and ran outside. She had run up the street a little bit, was able to keep her purse, and apparently the guy shot into the ground to frighten her, but she did keep her purse. Her little boy was injured. He had a couple of cuts on his ankle. So my wife and I brought the woman and the little boy into our house, put Band-Aids on him, gave him some water, and waited for the police to come.
Oakland police say the child was hit by shrapnel from the gunfire.
Well, she was terrified and traumatized, and the little boy was traumatized and crying.
OPD said they've seen a 3% increase in robberies this year compared to the same period in 2022.
We're seeing that these offenders are very dangerous. We're asking individuals who might be approached by someone, whether they're armed or not, to not resist.
Justin Fox said he had just walked down this very sidewalk, which is part of his daily routine, moments before the shooting.
This is a new frontier for this neighborhood, I think. We have to do something to fix it. We have to help folks all around Oakland.
Tim has lived on the block for more than a decade.
Well, I'm already concerned about safety. It's at least the third assault on this street this year, and at least the second one with a gun. So, not happy. And we already have, 5 cameras around our house. Unfortunately, the one wasn't aimed properly for where the incident occurred.
Tim said he'll now be adding a 6th camera to the house, and the other neighbor will be upgrading his security system. The child was taken to the hospital for additional treatment and is listed in stable condition.
I'm glad he's doing okay, but how scary. Oakland police haven't put out any details about the suspects. They call this attempted robbery a crime of opportunity. We are looking live outside right from our rooftop here in San Francisco from Battery and Broadway, looking out at some foggy skies on that San Francisco skyline right there. A lot of what we've been seeing this week, but when should it burn off, Jess?
For the most part, I mean, we're all starting to see sunny conditions off in our inland East Bay already, but it's going to take a while to pull back along the coast. And for some of us, we're still left with partly cloudy skies later tonight, too. So let's start off with a live look right now. We can already see it kind of pulling back along our higher ridges, just along our inland areas. So we'll continue to see sunnier conditions into this afternoon if you live near Concord, Walnut Creek, even all the way up into Brentwood, where daytime highs today will hit the 90s there, upper 80s throughout the rest of our inland hills. Now, here's what we're looking at for temperatures for now. For the most part, we're all hand in hand, sitting in those 50s throughout the bay. It's off to a chilly start this morning. Heading into this afternoon, San Francisco is only going to be peaking in the low 60s, so we're not seeing too much of a change when it comes to our temperatures now versus within the next couple hours, even within the next 12. So this partly cloudy icon we see right here, right? We see it on our iPhone apps. We see it everywhere. We even see it on the 7-day forecast. But what does it truly mean? Take a look at this. As we head all the way into the next couple hours on Futurecast, we see that marine layer pull back like clockwork, right? I mean, it did it yesterday, it did it the day before. This is what we're used to as we head closer to those summer months. It's May gray, right? Well, as we pull back along the coast with this marine layer, it's still going to stay kind of strong off into our western portions of the peninsula. So if you live closer to Pacifica, ranging all the way up into San Francisco, closer to the Sunset, Richmond area, even into the Golden Gate Bridge, it's going to be floating on that side. But if you live on the opposite side, if you work at FIDI and head across the Bay Bridge, it's going to be nice and beautiful just around that 2 o'clock hour. It clears up even more for the next couple hours after that. And then once the sun begins to set, it fills its way back in once again. So why is this even happening? Well, high pressure is keeping us dry, so we don't have any rain in the forecast, but we still have that onshore flow that just allows for that marine layer to sit and stay. And speaking of that onshore flow, we're going to see gustier conditions this afternoon. I'll have more on that in a bit, but for